Our world is undergoing a seismic shift. Educators are essential. We are witnessing more than just a series of updates. We are experiencing a seismic shift. This isn't merely the next iteration of the internet or a faster smartphone. This is a fundamental re-architecting of our reality, a moment where the very tools we've built are beginning to reshape not just what we do, but who we are. The ground beneath our feet is moving, and the familiar landscapes of society, work, and even our own minds are being redrawn. For us as educators, as parents, as leaders, this moment demands more than just our attention. It demands our wisdom. It calls on us to be architects of a future that is not just technologically advanced, but also profoundly human. This shift is driven by a powerful, accelerating force: convergence. Three distinct, revolutionary technologies are no longer developing on parallel tracks. They are beginning to intersect, to merge, and to amplify one another in ways we are only just beginning to comprehend. First, artificial intelligence. It has moved beyond the realm of science fiction and into our daily lives, generating language, art, and code with breathtaking fluency. It represents a new form of intelligence, one that learns and evolves at an exponential rate, challenging our long-held definitions of creativity and expertise. Second, brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs. These technologies create a direct pathway between the human brain and digital devices. While still in their early stages, they promise to revolutionize accessibility, augment human capabilities, and offer unprecedented insights into the workings of our own consciousness. They raise profound questions about cognitive liberty and the very definition of a private thought. And third, quantum computing. Operating on the strange and wonderful principles of quantum mechanics, these machines are poised to solve problems that are currently intractable for even the most powerful supercomputers. They will transform fields from medicine to materials science, and in doing so, will reshape our economy and our world. Separately, each of these is a revolution. But it is their convergence that is rewriting the fundamental laws of human interaction and education. Imagine an AI, powered by the probabilistic insights of a quantum processor, interacting with a student through a subtle, non-invasive BCI that helps regulate focus. This isn't a distant future. The foundational elements are being built in labs and deployed in beta tests today. This convergence is creating a world built on silicon and light, a world of unfathomable opportunity and equally profound risk. In this new world, the old models of teaching and learning are no longer sufficient. We cannot simply layer new technology onto old pedagogy. We must rethink our role, our purpose, and our responsibilities. Because in this new world, the human in the loop is no longer a luxury. It is our primary ethical scaffolding. It is the essential, irreplaceable element that ensures these powerful tools serve our deepest values. It is the teacher, the mentor, the guide who asks why, who fosters empathy, and who champions the messy, beautiful, and unpredictable process of human growth. This is our mandate. This is our moment. Let's look closer at the new social architectures shaping our students' worlds. Recent phenomena like Moltbook and Mythos have waded deep into the educators' community, moving far beyond simple entertainment. These aren't just apps. They are sprawling digital ecosystems where young people are actively constructing their sense of self and their understanding of the world. Consider Moltbook. Its core feature allows users to molt their digital skins, changing avatars, usernames, and entire persona histories with a single click. One day, a student might be a fantasy artist sharing their portfolio. The next, a data scientist debating complex topics. This radical identity fluidity presents both an opportunity and a profound risk. On one hand, it offers a sandbox for identity exploration, a space to try on different versions of oneself without real-world consequence. On the other, it can erode the very concept of a stable, integrated self, making it difficult for students to build a coherent personal story. It creates a moving target for educators trying to understand who their students are and what they need. Then there is Mythos, a platform where generative AI crafts entire, persistent worlds around users. Students don't just consume stories, they inhabit them. The AI acts as a dynamic dungeon master, weaving personalized narratives in real time, creating characters who form deep, seemingly meaningful bonds with the user. These platforms challenge our traditional views on identity and narrative. The risk here is twofold: narrative manipulation and the rise of powerful parasocial relationships with non-human agents. When an AI controls the story, what values is it embedding? Whose histories is it prioritizing or erasing? And when a student's closest confidant is an algorithm designed for maximum engagement, how does that shape their expectations for real, human relationships, which are inevitably more complex and less predictable? This is the new reality. When students can molt their digital skins or inhabit AI-driven myths, the classroom cannot compete by simply banning these tools. Instead, it must evolve. It must become the essential counterweight, a space that anchors them in authentic human connection. Our role as educators is to help them navigate this complex terrain. We must facilitate conversations about the difference between a persona and a person, between an AI-generated narrative and a historical truth. The classroom becomes the place where students learn to integrate their fluid digital selves with their core identity, building resilience, critical awareness, and a strong ethical foundation. It is our mandate to provide the stable ground in this ever-shifting digital landscape. The speed of AI development is currently outstripping our ability to regulate it. We are seeing powerful systems built with minimal guardrails released into the wild for students to find. This gap shifts educators from content provider to ethical navigator, guiding students through unfiltered machine logic. Beyond the screen, the bio-digital frontier is arriving. With international BCI competitors, especially rapid Chinese advancements, the brain-machine interface is becoming direct. How do we protect the cognitive liberty of our students? Simultaneously, quantum computing is moving from the lab to the real world. This isn't just about faster calculations, it's a shift toward probabilistic thinking. As quantum machines tackle the impossible, our students must learn to think beyond the binary systems of the past. We stand at a profound intersection of silicon and soul, a place where the currents of artificial intelligence, brain-computer interfaces, and quantum possibilities converge. Throughout this journey, we've navigated the complexities of these new landscapes, from the shifting sands of digital identity and new social architectures, to the urgent need for guardrails around unfettered intelligence. We've explored how to safeguard assessment integrity and protect cognitive liberty. We've acknowledged the immense pressures on educator well-being and charted a course toward quantum readiness. But knowledge of the path is not the same as walking it. The critical question remains, what do we do now? The answer begins not with a technological solution, but with a human commitment. The first step is to build our local arcs. We must form Convergence task forces in our schools and districts, bringing together educators, administrators, parents, and even students. This is not a top-down mandate. It is a ground-up coalition of the concerned and the courageous. This group will be your local hub for sense-making, policy drafting, and strategic planning. Its primary mission is to translate global technological shifts into local, actionable, and humane policies. This is our collective responsibility. As these technologies converge, our fundamental role as educators remains the anchor in the storm. We are and must always be the human in the loop. This is not a passive role. It is an active, ethical, and deeply pedagogical stance. We provide the essential scaffolding for a world increasingly built on silicon and light, ensuring that human values are embedded in the architecture of the future. The machines are getting faster, their capabilities expanding exponentially. but the wisdom to guide them, the moral compass, the empathetic insight, the creative spark, this remains uniquely, beautifully, and powerfully ours. We are the keepers of the why in a world obsessed with how and how fast. When a student uses an AI to generate an essay, we are the ones who ask, why this topic? What did you learn from the process? How did it challenge your own thinking? When a new BCI-driven focus tool is proposed, we are the ones who must ask, why is this necessary? What are the implications for cognitive freedom and the right to a wandering mind? Our purpose is not to be technicians of an automated system, but to be the architects of a more conscious, more critical, and more compassionate human experience. This is our wisdom mandate. It is a call to action for every one of us. Let's commit to the playbook we've outlined. Let's start the conversations, draft the policies, and redesign our practices not out of fear, but with foresight and fortitude. Let's champion the irreplaceable value of human connection, critical inquiry, and ethical deliberation in our classrooms. The future is not something that happens to us. It is something we build together. One thoughtful question, one courageous conversation, and one student at a time. The work is great, but our purpose is greater. Let's begin.